Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Brendan, aka Triple D, and I am back with another story time. So, before we even jump into it, hope you guys are all having an awesome day. I know I am. Not really have to do my taxes, but that's all a part of life. So, before we even get this started, the story time's gonna be about the time I got caught smoking. And this was the summer before 11th grade. It all happened, I think a month into summer, so July. And this was a couple weeks after my first time smoking, where I greened out and I failed my finals and got grounded. So this was literally my first day of not being grounded. So I got to go see my boys, right? And they're like, Brendan, we heard how you got grounded. I was like, oh yeah? And they're like, yeah. What did you think of it? Think of what? Think of smoking, dude. I was like, honestly, it's not for me, man. And it genuinely wasn't, but they were like, Brendan, you can't really knock it. You only tried it once, and you did way too much. You did dab for your first time. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Yeah, these guys, they know what they're talking about. They're potheads. They know what they're doing. And so I listened to them. I'm like, yeah, what should I do about it? They're like, you should try it again. And honestly, I didn't want to. But they were like, you should try it again and see how it feels. If you don't like it, then don't do it again. But you should do it. Like, we've never smoked with you before. And me being a dumbass kid at the time, I fell into the peer pressure. I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. I'll be a cool kid if I do it, you know? And to say the least, that does not make you cool. But, so I start ripping this shit, and I got high and like a hit. Like 5 minutes later after my hit, I was like, fuck, there it is. But it wasn't as bad as the first time. So I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. So we pass the blunt around the rotation. Finally gets back to me. And, dude, I hit it some more. And eventually, I'm just high as fuck. Like, my eyes are redder than the fucking Kool-Aid man. And I'm just sitting there, like, faded as shit. I'm like, oh, fuck. And eventually, my homie, like, he runs out of wrapping paper. He's like, fuck, what should we do? And they're like, you know what? This is going to have to do. I'm like, what? What are you guys thinking? And my homie, Steven, he pulls out an apple. I'm like, yo, what's the apple for? He's like, watch this, Brendan. And he gets a knife and he starts carving the apple. And eventually he makes this apple into a fucking bong. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And we're smoking inside of Steven's dad's RV. And they're like, Brendan, you do the honors. You take the green. I'm like, oh, you want me to take the green? I'm like high as fuck. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I start taking it, and I put the lighter down. And I'm just ripping it, still burning. And out of nowhere, the fucking door to the RV swings open. And none other than Steven's dad is standing there, watching me like rip the apple. He's like, what's going on in here? It smells like skunk. And me being a dumbass, I thought that Steven's dad was a hard ass. So I, like, quick as fuck, I take a bite out of the apple and I bit straight into the weed. It's like burnt my fucking tongue. And I just start eating that shit. And he's like, where's that smell coming from? And my friend's like, I think there's a skunk under the RV. He's like, oh yeah? Why is there all this smoke in here? And he knows we got caught. And he's like, why is there all this smoke in here? And I'm standing there. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And as soon as I open up my mouth, a bunch of smoke comes out. My tongue's like still burning. I'm like saying it with a lisp, saying like Mike Tyson. And dude, he's like, you guys are dumbasses. And he laughs and he walks away. And then my friend looks over. He's like, dude, my dad's just fucking with you. Pass the weed over here. And I passed the apple over, and there's no fucking weed in it, because I ate that shit. My friend's like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm sitting there, mouth still burning. I'm like laughing. And my friends are like, Brendan, you're a fucking moron. You just ate the fucking weed. was like, bro, I didn't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get grounded again. And my friend was like, you know what? My dad's not going to tell your parents. He's a cool dude. He doesn't really care about that shit. Just don't be a moron. I'm like, yeah. So 30 minutes later, and I started digesting the weed, I guess, and I just got high as fuck. And I'm standing there like, oh, fuck. Just greened out, bro. And eventually, my friend was like, hey, you want to stay the night? And I was like, bro, I really wish I could. Like, I really wish I did, but I couldn't. I had church the next day. So I had to go back home. And so I did. And I go home. Eyes are red as fuck. I smell like weed. My mom's like, whoa, look at what the cat brought in. I'm like, what? She's like, Brendan, I can tell you're fucking high. You're grounded again. And she ended up grounding me all summer again. I was fucked. Like, bro, my whole summer gone again. But she ended up like telling me, she's like, Brendan, I don't really care if you do it, just as long as you're like being safe about it. Like, you're at that age, you're just like sneaking out and like fucking smoking and shit. So I can't really control you, but just take it as a lesson. So yeah, she ended up ungrounding me. And I had school like the next week, so I didn't really get to have fun. But yeah, that was my summer, I guess. But if you guys enjoy this story time, leave a like. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any similar story times. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I post story times like this every single day. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Share this video to people you think might enjoy it. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.